Like, share, and subscribe to this channel as I content to provide with trusted information. And what I have been doing is providing you with information that is allowing you to think through a number of stuff. So today I want you to look at a matter, and that's Vybz Kartel. And I'm asking the question, is he the new Paul Bogle? Now, what is certain is that Vybz Kartel was actually charged for the murder of Lizard. And because he was charged with the murder of Lizard, he was actually sentenced to over 30 years. Now, him being sentenced for 30 years has nothing to do with his medical condition. And the court system or the courts or the judiciary should not be thinking about Vybz Kartel medical condition when a sentence is made, and rightfully so. But the gentleman is ill, all right, and he is actually placed in confinement. Now, if it is that he has heart conditions and other health issues, and a phone was found on his person, I'm putting it far as going on his person, how do we address that matter? Because is it health over policy or is it policy over health? And that needs to be addressed here. Because if it's a matter of health over policy, then I mean he should not be confined to the cell that he is currently confined in because of it's matter of health being dominant or giving credence to policy. But if it's a matter of policy, then we need to ask a question: is Vybz Kartel the new Paul Bogle? No. So I want to actually play for you a clip that actually is dealing with some issues in addition to having his son being actually placed on the interviews of this person. And I will actually post the person interview as well to my channel for you to actually go and look at it more thoroughly.
And I think about it a lot, but honestly, we just have to stay strong and just know that he's doing the best he can as well because he also has a strong mindset. So at the end of the day, we just pray to God and keep strong at all times. So that's the best way to go about it.
Gratitude Thursdays continues, my people. Now, Fox 5 broke news yesterday, letting us know exactly what is going on. Now, Virtual TV also gave you details in a video yesterday that the seriousness of Vybz Cartel situation continues to worsen. All right. Now, of course, I have seen some of the comments yesterday, and I must say that, wow. You know what I mean? Wow, that's all I can say. You see me? Now, of course, we have learned that news emerged online that Vybz Kartel incarcerated dancehall star is suffering from an autoimmune disorder known as Graves disease, which coupled with two alleged heart condition makes his present situation life threatening. Now, broadcaster Lisa Everest of Fox 5 said she had obtained a sworn medical affidavit from Vybz Kartel's private doctor, now Karen Phillips, which outlined that the dancehall star has been battling with Graves for 7 years. Now, despite being treated, it has not gone into remission. Now, Evers also revealed that the 47-year-old DJ has two heart conditions that are getting worse, and that without surgery, Vybz Kartel could die. Now, fighting for his life, yes, it can be dangerous. We don't want to get a phone call to say because he was under 24 hours lockdown, this situation.
And this is my thing to this part of the video and the whole thing that is actually going on. The matter of someone's health, even though an individual is incarcerated, it does not mean that the state is not responsible for the person's well-being. So my thing is that the state is totally responsible for Vybz Kartel well-being. And because the state is responsible for Vybz Kartel well-being, one need to think carefully and critically, without emotions, what does it mean if Vybz Kartel is placed in a cell that is secluded that will worsen his health condition? That must be taken into consideration in putting the individual in a cell. Because if the individual is going to be placed in a cell, and by putting the person in that cell, it is going to worsen the person's health condition, then I'm going to ask the question I'm asking you, is that an indication that they want Vybz Kartel out? When I say out, I mean dead. No, to place an individual in prison in itself is a teaching mechanism, and it is a negative reinforcement of behavior. And what do I mean by negative reinforcement of behavior? It is to teach the individual not to repeat any further action. And that means that what they are doing is that the punishment for the crime is incarceration. That means you're taking away the individual's freedom. You're putting the individual in a state where he or she is not as privileged or not privileged as he or she would have been if he were on the street with all the liberties of the Constitution. So Vybz Kartel is now incarcerated. And here it is that he's ill. I'm not arguing for 1 second that he should be released. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing that he should not be placed in any worse position to have his health deteriorate, one, and two, to increase his likelihood of death. Now, if that is a system's purpose, then I can understand what it is that they are doing. And I hope that's not what they're actually trying to do, because I'm thinking that Paul Bogle died over some 50 years now. And if he died over some 50 years now, over some 100 years now, why are we getting back in a state in Jamaica where we want to repeat an heinous act that occurred in our early history? Now, if that is the whole purpose of actually treating Vybz Kartel as he currently is, then it means that we have not changed our moral compass as a people in addressing the blacks or the lower class blacks in the Jamaica society. Now, let's continue listening to the clip.
And he's unable to breathe that he succumbed to his illness. Cartel's attorney Isaac Buchanan warned during an interview with Evers Tuesday. All right, Buchanan said that he has visited the reputed King of Dancehall on Monday, May 29, and reported that he was not in great shape, being locked down for 23 hours a day over 2 alleged cell phone infractions within 3 days. Now, my people, I'm telling you what is going on. Now, of course, the condition that he has been diagnosed with has caused Vybz Kartel's eyeballs. Let me just be specific with you. It has caused his eyeballs to protrude, meaning them a bulb out. That is the situation that is happening. You understand? And this was basically given in details by one, the medical affidavit, and two, his legal representative, Isaac Buchanan. Now, the comments that I've seen yesterday, I must say, Jano, because many persons are saying that this is Vybz Kartel's karma. You understand? And me have to say, people just have some love and compassion in our heart. No? That's all me I say. Is what me I say, my people. Now, that.
Well, I want to examine the part about karma. Now, if Vybz Kartel committed the murder, and remember we're saying that he committed the murder within the context of what the court found him to be guilty of, then the karma would be the imprisonment for his actions. The karma does not extend to him being placed in a situation to worsen his health condition. Because if that is karma, then what that tantamounts to is a rape of Vybz Kartel's rights as a person. Let me repeat that. If the karma is to put Vybz Kartel in a situation where his health deteriorates, that is also raping Vybz Kartel from his legal and moral rights to be an individual, as is the case that the court would have actually charged him for. Because the court would have actually charged Vybz Kartel for the inhumane approach taken and as well as the taking of a life. And if it is that the court is going to place Vybz Kartel in a similar position, then I wonder exactly what the incarceration is about, because it ought to be a reformation, it ought to be a rehabilitation of the individual, that in the event the person actually completes his time, then he will be better suited for society as a result of the process that he has actually gone through. But now, when you put an individual through what it is that we are hearing happening to Vybz Kartel, this tantamount to nothing but rape and murder of Vybz Kartel. Now, is that what we want for anyone? Is that the whole purpose of the justice system? Because that's the purpose of justice system, then Vybz Kartel may be the new Paul Bogle. If that is not the case of the justice system, then I'm arguing that what the justice system needs to do is to find a way to let health trumps policy. Not that Vybz Kartel should be released for any means at all, but that he should be allowed to get an operation and he should not be placed in any cell that will actually cause a deterioration of his health. Now, what do you have to say about my perspective? Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide you with trusted information that we can begin to analyze. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, that if you have a child or you're an individual that lives in the current society, we must examine these things carefully, because it is today for him, tomorrow for you. Have a wonderful day.